Um, Hello, welcome to our presentation. We co-chefs have finally come up with our first Android application. It's called NUS ITV. We will talk more about how this application is meant to revolutionize the life of students in NUS and eventually talk more about the application. But before that, we would like to show you a short video which is going to show you how a student is spending 15 minutes in a day, which is eventually triggering the rest of the events in the day. Yeah, to the video. So here my friend comes, he's restlessly walking up and down in the bus stop. And what's happening to him? You see the small rectangle box there. The number says 1458, which just means he has 15 minutes of time to wait for the next shuttle bus. He is absolutely clueless what to do. My friend there is thinking how to while away the next 15 minutes. And he is totally bored. And he is like totally fed up because he's frustrated how the 15 minutes needs to pass by. 15 minutes is definitely a short time for anyone to do something productive, but definitely a very, very long time for anyone to just sit there idly and do nothing. And what happens? He picks up his phone, plays Angry Birds. And what happens? Games are not a way to, put your stress level down. In case you lose a game, your adrenaline pumps very higher, and yeah, you're even more stressed. So what happens, my friend finally goes for a group discussion in a job interview. And there what happens, they ask him to talk about the Euro crisis. And what the hell? He knows nothing about it. He is like lost in the sea of jargons people use. He is like planning to keep his lips tightly sealed, not utter a word because he is like fearing he might say something and make a fool out of himself. The day is yet to get worse for him. He goes to a HR and has a one-to-one interview. And the first question that he gets is, talk about the Euro crisis. The man is lost again. He is like very honest and naive that he tells the interviewer, I'm sorry, sir, I know nothing about it. Can we go to the next question? The interviewer does nothing, but just throws a sarcastic glance at him and says this. Your resume is very impressive. We have all the experiences that we require. Unfortunately, you still have the brains of a chicken. How worst can a day become for a person? And these kind of general questions are not just for interviews. Even in module nowadays, we have something called the bonus questions in midterms. And these bonus questions are more based on the current scenario. For example, 1 year back, I did a module called Real-Time Operating System. It was CG 2271, and it was done under Prof. Colin Tan. And one of the bonus questions was, who is the president of Singapore? A very simple question. I literally went mad looking at the question because everybody is going to get at one point and no difference in the bell curve because of it. And to make it even more easier, he had given his options. A. R.S. Nathan, B. Colin Tan, C. the name of NUS Dean. And to my surprise, I really wanted to, go to the forum, post something. But in the morning, I look a post from the prof which says only 10% of the students answer the question correctly. Imagine the rest 90 have given the name of the prof as the president of Singapore. So it is not that people didn't know who the president of Singapore is. Probably they would have been in a dilemma whether they know the answer correctly or not. And the situation is because we have limited exposure to such kind of information. We don't get the chance to hear to such information at a very frequent period of time. So what students basically need is to add value to these breaks that they literally deserve. They need to utilize these breaks in a more useful way. And that's why we thought we need this NUS ITV application. It's going to make them have more value to the breaks that they deserve. It's going to help them have their stress levels managed better. And what else? It's going to connect them to the world they live in. This NUS ITV is meant to reinvent the purpose of your phone. It's going to be something beyond just texting, phone calling, and even browsing. It's something meant for you to use your phones as a portable TV. And that's why we have our NUS ITV here. What is it doing? It is going to do live streaming of 9 different channels. 9 different channels. When you get connected to the NUS Wi-Fi, you're going to see BBC there, Discovery Channel there, and Channel News Asia, Octo, and whatnot. Anything you want, it's there in it. And while we were working on NUS ITV, we got to know that NUS already published NUS Cast. And when we got the chance to look at it, it had something which said the webcast lectures and also the NUS YouTube channel. But it just missed Network TV, which is the essential package of NUS Cast. And that's why we were even more motivated to bring this app into action. And while we were working in the application, we had a small bug and we had pretty much difficulty in fixing it. But our hard work did get paid when we did proper research work. We finally found a third-party library called Vitamio, which helped us fix this bug. And now it's the most robust application. No user is ever going to complain that, hey, when I was watching my favorite program using this application, it broke down. Never is that complaint going to occur from the mouth of a user. And what else? We already have a website which has access for watching network TV online. Then why ever need an application? The answers are extremely simple. The thing is, the page count for NUS Cast is unfortunately very low when compared to all other websites in NUS. And our team's philosophy is pay respect to the user's instinct. And that's why when we sat down and brainstormed, we saw everything that the user would want while he's using the application. And we started brainstorming and found that smartphone users love to use a mobile application rather than a web app or a website. It's always easier for a user to access Facebook just by one single touch rather than typing facebook.com. It's easier for a user to use Gmail application by one single touch rather than typing gmail.com. And it's easier for a user to use YouTube application by not by typing youtube.com, but by just one single touch. And that's why a user will want to use network TV by just one simple elegant touch rather than typing the long URL nuscast.edu.sg/network TV. So here we have our app. And now we'll show you a quick short video that is going to show you how the live streaming of the application is going to take place. So here my friend finally has NUS ITV in his phone, and he happily goes around using it. Just by one single touch, he's going to view all the channels that he wants. The channels flow from the dish antenna, and where do they come? They float in the sky to reach NUS campus here. And they would be reaching one by one. Yep, and they are finally into our campus, enter the Wi-Fi system, and yep, finally in the user's phone. And what? He has the BBC News. If my friend had the chance to watch BBC News before his interview, he wouldn't have made a fool out of himself. So now he realizes the importance of our app, and I also believe you would slowly start realizing the importance of it too. So here we have our happy friend. What is the advantage of our app? It is free of cost. You get to see 9 different channels at free of cost. You get the chance to get connected to the world you live in by getting daily news updates at free of cost. And it is definitely a healthy entertainment. It's adding colors to your life in NUS. It is a source of, adding more value to the breaks that you deserve. It is a way to manage your stress level. And to move on, can you go to the next slide? Why exactly is our app going to be different from others? It's the word simplicity. Simplicity is the word that is going to define the sophistication of this app. It's doing the sophisticated work of displaying 9 different channels by just one simple, elegant touch. It is easy to use, very intuitive, easy to navigate UI, and what else? People will love to use this robust application, which at no point is going to break, and is going to help the user have the feeling of watching TV on the go. And why do we think people are going to love downloading this application? It's very simple. We already put this app a few days back in Google Play, and surprisingly, we already have 50 plus downloads for this application. It just shows the craving for having such an application among students that the moment they spotted this on the market, they got it downloaded in their phone. And to add on, we also have some motivating comments from satisfied users, which goes like this. One of them said it is a great app for them, that they've started using it regularly during their free times. And another one says it's an awesome app that he has downloaded, and he feels it's better than playing games when he has a break in NUS. And he also says it's one of the most smooth and easy to use application. And finally, thanks for supporting us, ITV rocks. That's what he says. And I think all these comments and the download rates would have clarified some questions and doubts that you might have had about our application. But before we actually move into the question and answer session, we would like to show you a quick demo of our app. Thank you.
Hello everyone. This is our app icon, and once you click, you will get the list of supporting channels. You can Yeah? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, 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 I'll tell. Okay, I'm so sorry.
By the way, since you invited the question, does it work in the landscape orientation?
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. Okay, so.
Landscape,
We can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
the video in the landscape and the portrait mode.
but not the main page.
Yeah, main page. Yeah, yeah.
This is streaming video,
Yes.
but it's not a live program, right? It's
No.
pre-recorded.
This is live program.
This is the same thing which NES Cast provides, and we are just extending it to the mobile platform. So
That's good to know, but I don't know what NUS. It's good to know, but I don't know what NUS Cast does. So when you say live, you mean that it's streaming live, but it's not a live program.
no.
It's not being recorded live in the studio now, kind of thing.
No.
It's a daily BBC update or something.
Yeah.
like that.
What you see in the TV is
Okay.
reflected on the phone here.
Okay, so if I'm on the BBC channel on TV right now, I'll see the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Live.
Whatever the BBC is giving, and like whatever other people in the NES can go through the normal network, they will be saying the same thing.
So do you need special licensing agreement for this thing?
No, because we are just like extending whatever NES Cast was giving us.
Right.
And because the Android application was Android could not support it due to some flaws in the RTSP framework, the media framework of the Android library.
Right.
So what was happening was like it was working on Android version 2.3.4, but when we ran it on 2.3.5, whereas on the newer versions it was breaking. So what we did was like we extended the support, we added some third-party libraries, made some checks, and like made it more robust. So this should have been available in that normal Android, but it was not, and we did the effort of doing it, putting it over here.
So this was already an Android app.
No, it was not an Android app. In fact, we don't have any Android app which can do this thing for the new students. This was the first one.
Oh, okay, so it's like is NUScast, is it just a web-based service?
Exactly.
So okay, so if I go to NUScast website, I can see the same stream.
Exactly. I
You've
can show
just
you now.
mobilized it
Yeah.
on Android.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why you don't have to deal with licensing because NUScast has already
Exactly,
dealt with
and
it.
the thing is like users tend to like want to click a button and they want to see whatever they want to see. They don't want to bother typing the big whole URL and then going through the thing.
So you have to be on NUS Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still a bit confused on whether it's a live stream or a static newscast. Meaning that if somebody else went in now, do they start seeing from this point onwards with the lady in blue, or do they start seeing the beginning of the?
I can show you the NES cast. May I?
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay.
I mean, I know technically you're just porting the stream over, but I'm wondering
Yeah,
if
sure.
it's...
How do you? Yeah, I want to see the screen. No, the projector has to be off, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, or restart it and see if it starts from the same.
I got it. Just a moment. Is it connected to the network?
Yeah.
Actually, why don't you bring the Android device over? That's
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Exercise.
Why don't you play your computer?
What's your X factor? There's a constant need to listen to what our customer wants. Primarily, education is about engagement. Whether you're educating your customer or putting them at ease, see how these brands reposition themselves to better serve you. Fine.
We support 9 channels. Actually, this is
And that's all it does, is it? These
Yeah.
are the two screens.
So the user must be connected to NUS Wi-Fi.
NUS Wi-Fi.
So if I'm at home, I can
no, you
access
can,
this.
yes.
Okay.
So that's it.
Yeah.
These two screens. Just click and then I go in and then I come back to the main screen. Is there a setting screen or anything else?
Only to this.
This is the actual video, and if you can play the video.
It's okay, I found my answer, but thank you anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, if that's all there is to it, I'm happy with what I've seen. I like it. It's simple and it's so.
How about the local TV channels? Are they also being streamed from the NUS cast or?
Yeah.
So all the information is actually just pulled directly from the NUS cast website and put into a mobile device. So there are no other channels whatsoever.
No, because we didn't have any licenses or anything like that. So, because since NUS was already giving, I think these channels are freely available on the air in Singapore. So, means like we could just take it from there without worrying about licenses and
Okay.
that kind of stuff. That's
Okay.
all.
Understood.
So you don't even have to worry about infrastructure because NUS is already, it's the same infrastructure, right? You're just.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So basically, just stream the data and play it on an Android device.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have it on any other platform?
No, we
Yeah.
couldn't make it find the platform.
Any other functionalities that you have on your device?
We planned to actually add some functionalities, but we couldn't do due to shortage of time. We
Such
actually,
as?
the thing is like, say we have the schedule also in the NES cast, and like sometimes people want to record some serials because like they are in the classes or something, so as to watch them later. So we wanted to make kind of a timer system which could actually capture, because the radar is coming, I can capture it, I can keep it, and when the fellow is free, he or she
Can I check the program? That means at what time there's such a program?
Yeah, the information, the schedule information is given in the NES cast
Okay,
website itself.
but the application at this moment is not making use of the data,
no,
right?
no.
That will be useful addition. That means
Yeah,
the user
yeah.
can actually say, oh, okay, at what time or which day I want to watch this program, and
Like
then perhaps
alarms kind
notify
of
me
thing.
again.
Yeah, maybe say he or she can set alarms that okay, I want to watch this
Right.
program, so kind of.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Understand.
Straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
How much time you guys took to develop this app?
Mostly Sundays and Saturdays, I guess.
Sunday.
Yeah, to be true, we did the most of work in the last week. Because we were trying to do actually we had this problem with the RTSP support, and it took quite some time to actually figure out that Vitamio was supporting it, and like we have issues in Google which are like 13715 and 13129 which say that RTSP is not working, and it seemed that nobody was able to figure it out, like how to make RTSP work. So one day just I stumbled across that okay, some fellow has actually made this library, and to my surprise that library is free of cost, but nobody knows about it. So that's why there were no posts in Stack Overflow or like any Google forums. Even no Google employees have reported about it. So when we got to know, our work got started, and until that point we were like kind of stuck. So.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.